Good afternoon, everyone. It's Amanda Roy here, and this is my backbending sequence. I will be teaching several poses in this class. I will not be able to practice all of them as backbending is not in my practice, but I will cue you through them so you can do the full expression while I do the modifications. Today in our backbending practice, I invite you to focus your awareness in your body on forgiveness. And today it will be forgiveness of self. The hardest people on us is ourselves. We are our own worst critic. We are the most difficult sometimes to be with our own selves in silence. So much so that we can't even sit still with ourselves in silence. We need to always be busy. So this class is about opening up somewhere in your life. Maybe it's your self-talk. Maybe it's a past discussion. Maybe it's a conversation. Maybe it's an experience that you need to put down, that you need to let go of. So today I hope that in this practice you can find that energy, that stuck energy of where these things are stuck within you and be able to let this go. So coming to our mats, let's begin. Today for your practice, you will need 2 blocks for modifications. If it's not in your practice to modify, then by all means, we will stay with what you use in your practice. So coming to sit on the mat, knees bent, holding the back of the knees, just slowly unwind the body and roll down to the floor. Walk your feet in ever so slightly, bringing your arms out to a T with your palms down. Coming up on your toes, slowly drop your knees to the left. Picking up your left shoulder and walking the shoulder blade out to find both shoulders laying flat on the mat. Bringing awareness into your knees, staying together as you lay with both knees to the side. One knee will want to fall back, bringing your top hip forward to keep your knees in alignment. Gaze is to the right, and just breathe. Inhale deeply, and exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale, Ha. On your next inhale, return to center and roll to the left. Picking up your right shoulder blade and dropping it back down to find expansion across your back and your chest. Keeping your toes and your heels together. Stretching through the side body. Pulling the left hip forward to keep your knees in alignment. And letting your gaze fall to the left. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale, Ha. On your next inhale, returning to center. Bringing your knees into your chest, just for a gentle hug. Holding both of your knees. Just slowly making circles to the left to start. Massaging the low back. And now the other way. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhaling. Doing just a little bit of rock and roll. Massage the spine. 1, Crossing your ankles and coming to sit on your mat. Sitting in easy pose, legs gently crossed. Grabbing your blocks and placing them flat on either side, just on the outsides of your hips. Raising your right arm, palm to the sky. Feeling rooted in your sits bones, slowly begin to lift your right arm up beside your ear, keeping your shoulder blade down your back. Slowly reaching overhead, stretching through the side body, rounding through your right sits bones and the side edges of your feet. Maybe bringing your forearm to rest on the block. If that's accessible to you, just bringing the ground closer as this is our first stretch this morning. If bringing the right ribs back, keeping length through the left side body as well. You're not dumping into your shoulder, pushing on the block with your forearm. If it's in your practice, you can look up. If you have neck issues, look down at the ground to your left. On your next inhale, returning to center. Deep inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, palm up, raising your left arm overhead, bringing your forearm to the block. Lengthening, pushing through the forearm, keeping this part of your body engaged as well. Reaching overhead, rounding into your sits bones and the knife edges of your feet. Opening your left ribs back to the wall behind you. Looking up underneath your arm. Lengthening through the crown of your head. Growing from your spine all the way through the side body and the crown of your head. On your next inhale, return to center. Placing your palms on your knees, gently drop your head to the right. Slowly on the exhale, roll your chin down. And on the inhale, coming up to the left. Rolling down. On the exhale and inhale to the right. Let's do this one more time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Coming back to center. With your hands on your knees, slowly pushing the belly back. I'll turn sideways so you can see the motion. On the inhale, pulling your chest through your shoulders and your collarbones. There's a gentle back bend. Weight is in your bottom, your sits bones, and the knife edges of your feet. Just pulling through, and on the exhale, rounding like a seated cat-cow. Letting the head fall to your chin to chest. Tucking the belly in. Inhale. Pulling through. Feeling the length of the crown. Feeling lengthening as you're coming. As you're pulling through, feel your torso growing on all four sides. And exhale. So let's speed this up a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, returning to center. Moving your blocks off to the side. Placing our hands on the floor and rolling over our knees. Stepping back to plank. Strong plank. Everything is engaged, growing through the crown, growing through the spine, core engaged, Upper back engaged, pushing through the collarbones, energy shooting like a long line from your heels right out the crown of your head. Drop your knees and slowly lower your chest all the way to the floor. Untuck the toes, zipping the legs together, having all 10 toenails on the floor, squeezing your inner thighs, knees lift off the floor. Hands underneath your shoulders. On an inhale, take a deep breath here and feel how you're breathing into your belly. And then exhale. On the next inhale, breathe into your chest. And hold the belly in. On the next inhale, pulling the hands back on the mat, elbows tucked in. Feel like your hands are gripping the mat, like you're pulling your body. You're trying to peel yourself forward on the mat. On your next inhale, slowly lifting into a baby cobra. And exhale, forehead down to the mat. Again, inhale, breathing into the chest, tucking the pelvis, hip bones, your pelvis tucks under, hip points pointing into the floor, pulling yourself forward. If you can come up a little higher in this pose, the bend is in your upper back, not your low back. Core engaged to support the low back. And exhale, pushing back onto all fours. Walk your hands back into child's pose with our knees sitting on our heels with our knees together. Just to open up the back for the little bit of bending we did there. Inhaling. Exhale, HA. On your next inhale, coming forward onto all fours. Pushing back into downward facing dog. It's our first down dog of the day. Pedaling the feet out in the upside down V position, pushing into your hands, pushing into your feet, trying to reach the feet for the floor. If they don't make it there, that's okay. You can stay deeply bent in your knees, core engaged, growing through the spine. All four sides of your torso are growing, allowing your head to hang loose, reaching your feet for the floor. Coming to as straight as you can, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, roll forward into plank, lower all the way down to your belly. From here, we're going into dhanurasana. I will be teaching you half bow pose. If you have the full expression of bow, you can reach both your feet up, flex the feet. With your right hand, palm down, pinky side up. Grab for your foot or your ankle, whatever is accessible to you. Same thing on this side, grab for your foot or your ankle. If that's your full expression of the pose, kicking into your feet will be where you feel the lift. So engaging, pushing the hips down, engaging in the feet. And as you kick back, that is where the lift will come into your chest. I'm going to do one side at a time to show you. So bending the right knee, reaching back and grabbing the foot, placing your forearm down parallel with the front of your mat, growing through the spine before you begin, lengthening through the spine all the way through the crown, inhaling to lift the head and chest. Exhale for the lift. And exhale, letting it all go down to the mat. Release, and just shake your hips out. For the next side, placing your right forearm at the top of your mat, parallel with your mat. This will be what supports your upper body. Bending your left leg, reaching back with the pinky side up and grabbing the foot. You can flex the foot or keep it straight. Inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, kicking into the foot for the back bend. This is inhale and exhale. Let it all go. Shaking your hips out. Bringing your hands back under your shoulders, pushing back up to plank, and to downward facing dog. Coming up on the toes, look forward between the hands and step right foot forward and then left between the hands. Lengthening through the tailbone and through the spine in a half lift. Grabbing either elbow, opposite hand to opposite elbow, and just let it all hang. Sway back and forth, feeling the weight in your feet. Knees slightly bent, core engaged, up and in. Noticing any feelings that have come up to this point. Noticing the one thing that sticks out to you today that you can begin to send forgiveness to. Slowly coming into a half lift, spine flat, back flat, core engaged, pulling through the crown. Inhale, exhale, placing hands down on the floor, stepping back into plank, lowering to your knees, coming back to sit on your heels. From here, grabbing your blocks, and placing them on either side of your feet. Coming into a camel series. If camel is in your full expression, you may not need your blocks. Coming onto your knees, pelvis tucked under, pushing forward, energetically feeling like this is a wall. You're pushing everything into the wall. Hands on your bottom. From here, tucking the shoulders back and down, ribs, shoulder blades pulling in together, elbows pulling together. Pressing, everything engaged. Slowly come into a gentle back bend. The bend is only in the upper back. We aren't dumping into our low back. You're pushing your bum down with your fingers, supporting the low back. Everything's engaged. And exhale, come to sit back on your heels. Coming back down into a child's pose. Knees together, toes together, forehead to the floor. Just for one breath here. Inhale and exhale. Coming back onto your knees. In camel, you can have your toes untucked for the full expression of being able to reach back. If this is your practice and where you're at, that's great. If that's too deep for you, you can come up on, have your toes bent and reach for your heels. If that is still too deep for you, you can have your blocks, which brings the floor even closer to you. So placing the block on either side of your ankle, where you would reach for camel. So tucking the pelvis, pushing into the wall. pushing your front body like you're pushing into a wall. It's a flat surface. From here, with your right hand, placing it back on the block and raising your left hand to the sky, palm up and back. From here, bringing your left arm down in front of your body like a wave coming across the floor. Your left hand connects with the block, pushing in to camel, reaching your left arm overhead and looking up if you can. Opening your throat chakra, finding your voice to tell yourself you are deeply loved. It's okay to let go. Exhale, sweeping your arms across the body like a wave. Inhaling into camel, half camel. And exhale. Continue here at your own pace. Feel the wave of forgiveness flowing through your body. Exhale. Inhale to come up on the left. Inhaling, inviting forgiveness, and exhaling everything you need to let go. Inhaling love, unconditional love. Acceptance for who you are. And exhaling everything you need to let go. Inhaling the freedom of forgiveness. Exhaling anything holding you back from it. Inhaling, you are innocent and pure and unconditional love. Exhaling anything that tells you different. Inhaling forgiveness deep into your heart and soul. You are innately unconditional love. Exhaling anything that tells you different. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bringing your hands to the floor. Coming to sit on your heels. Tucking your hands down by your side into child's pose. Forehead to the floor. Rubbing your third eye. Rocking your head back and forth. Massaging your third eye. Letting your intuition be your guide. Your deep inner knowing of your truth. You are worthy of forgiveness. You are worthy of love. Inhaling, coming up into all fours. Tucking our feet over our feet to come to lie on our backs. Slowly holding the back of the knees, roll down, nice and slow. Bringing your heels in to touch your bottom. Rolling the shoulders under. Slowly begin to press into your heels, coming up into bridge pose. As you come up into bridge pose, pushing with your heels so your knees come back in alignment over your ankles. Your hands can stay here, or you can clasp your hands underneath, rocking onto the backs of your arms just a little bit to lengthen. Your head and neck should be completely relaxed. Rocking your head back and forth. Push, 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 push. That little bit more. Opening yourself up. You are worthy of forgiveness. Things in the voices in your head are not the truth. You are that is listening on the inside. Your pure awareness hears that and knows it is not true. The truth feels opening and expanding in your body. Forgiveness feels expanding in your body. Anything other than that, anything negative and untrue, any lie, feels tight and contracting in your heart. Listen to your body. Your body will love you and guide you and always be truthful to you. Coming up onto the toes, slowly articulate the spine back to the ground. Stretching your feet back out onto the mat one at a time. Rolling your right hand under your buttocks and your left, making a diamond shape or a triangle shape under your tailbone. Tucking your elbows under, slowly begin to push into your forearms, zipping your legs together, rolling your shoulders back and under, opening your heart and your throat, using your voice to say, I forgive myself. It's okay to make mistakes. I own my mistakes. I am innocent. I am loved. It is safe for me to let go of this and put this down. Inhale and slowly lower it back down as you raise your head, gently laying back on the floor. Rolling onto your right side, slowly pushing up, coming back into a seated position. From here, your legs, first with your legs crossed, placing your left hand on your right knee and your right hand behind you. Inhale to grow through the spine. Exhale, slowly start to bend your right elbow. The twist is coming from your upper body. Twisting the truth, twisting those emotions out that hold us back. Is there anything else in there coming up for you that you can let go of today? And replace it with love, gratitude for yourself, and thankfulness for yourself for letting this go. Inhale and exhale. See if you can twist a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, return to center. Placing your left hand behind you, right hand on your knee. Inhale to grow through the spine. Exhale, begin to twist from the upper body. Inhaling to lengthen and exhaling, filling the space with love and forgiveness where you just found that length. Inhale to lengthen and exhaling, filling that space with forgiveness. Inhale and exhale, returning to heart center. Acknowledging our heart center, placing your hands in the Anahata Mudra. Pointer and thumb together, palms resting on your mat. And together we will chant Yam. Inhale deeply. Yam. Thanking our hearts for opening to the love and forgiveness that we deserve, for the self-acceptance that we deserve that. Into our throat chakra, placing our hands on our throat chakra and thanking ourselves for our voice. Interlacing our fingers and placing our thumbs together, right underneath our heart space, and chanting Hum. Inhale deeply. Inhaling our hands back to our knees, thanking our hearts and our throat spaces for opening today, for us to find our voice outside and inside, that we can share forgiveness with ourselves whenever we feel something come up that feels painful or untrue. We can replace it with forgiveness and the truth that we are loved, we are pure, we are innocent. We accept ourselves and love ourselves just as we are. Coming to lie down on your mat, hugging the knees and slowly rolling down. Hugging the right knee into your chest for a nice gentle squeeze, pulling it towards your armpit. Keeping the left heel engaged on the floor. Inhaling. And on the exhale, with your left hand, pulling your knee across your body, placing your right hand down on the mat. You can have your toe on the floor to support your knee, or if your block is there, you can grab your block and put it underneath your knee. It's just to support your knee. Untucking the left shoulder blade by lifting, pushing into the floor with your left elbow and untucking the shoulder. And just breathe. Feeling all that space you made in your body today being flooded with patience for yourself, forgiveness for yourself, and letting go. On your next inhale, return to center. Straighten your right leg, bend your left knee deeply, holding your knee, pulling it into your chest towards the armpit. Right foot is flexed and engaged. On your next inhale, exhale, H-A-Ha. And on your next inhale, with your right hand, twisting your left knee across your body, grabbing your block to support your knee, letting your toe rest on the floor. Using your right arm to untuck your shoulder blade, gaze to the left, just for a nice gentle stretch. Inhaling, exhale, inhale, and exhale. You are one with the divine. You are not your thoughts. You are not the experiences you have taken on. Letting go, letting go. On your next inhale, slowly rolling back to center. Pulling your knees into your chest. Grabbing the insides of your feet, your toes. Coming up into happy baby. Feeling the inner groin stretch. Pulling the lower back. You want to pull your lower back down to the floor. Slowly rocking back and forth just to massage the spine. Feeling the softness in your spine compared to the stiffness at the beginning of our practice. Painful experiences and memories cause stiffness and rigidity in our bodies. Loving, kind forgiveness allows our bodies to be soft and supple and gentle. On the next inhale, hugging everything together, tight, 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 bringing your head up, squeeze, 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 everything as tight as you can. And then exhale, letting it all go on your mat. Coming into Shavasana. From here, getting any of your little wiggles out that you need to get out, any adjustments, tucking the shoulder blades under. As I'll guide you through a gentle meditation. So getting anything out that you need to get out. Start to connect with your breath and slow your breath down. Inhaling from the belly, ribs and chest, and exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling deeply through the belly, ribs and chest, and exhale. Let it all go. Feeling your body slowly melting into your mat as the earth reaches to join you and hold you. Breathing deeply into your belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, HA. I want you to think of these affirmations in your mind as you lay here, completely safe, supported, free. I am unconditional love. I forgive myself. I forgive others. I am deserving of forgiveness, and others are deserving of mine. My inner peace is my true state of being. Bringing awareness back into your body, just listening to my voice. There is a voice of inspiration within me. Right now, it may only be a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. That voice is within all of us, telling us of our innate worth can never be taken. Our mistakes don't determine who we are. It's part of being human. We learn, we grow, we forgive. Wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, rolling out the feet, rolling out your wrists. Slowly start to find a gentle movement within your body. I thank you for joining me in this practice today. I wish you all many blessings in life and on your journey of forgiveness. Forgiveness sometimes isn't always about the other person, it's about us and our own inner peace and the letting go, so that we may find the joy in our lives and not be holding on to things that no longer serve us. I thank you with the deepest of gratitude for being here today and showing up for yourself today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Om Namaste.